What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld. And right now I'm very, very upset for the fact that a lot of my viewers and so thousands of users have been getting coin wiped and banned from Madden 23 simply because of, I guess, an auto bot that they use to detect the incorrect pricing of cards. Just so you guys know, there's been a history of this. Back in the day when MUT first started, a lot of us farmed accounts, which means that we had separate accounts that we were able to transfer stuff back and forth, and we were able to make a lot of coins that way because one account would get really lucky while another account would just suck, or some people just had no money spent accounts versus money for content creation. At this time right now, with the way that they have everything set up, it's become so like diluted because they don't know what people are doing, when they're doing it, and how it's happening. So they put all these things into place and none of it works. None of it works, right? So let's just go back and not fast forward. We're going to rewind. Then I'm going to fast forward. We're going to rewind back to the fact that we had to be delayed for them to actually release the Team Diamond sets, right? Because they said that they found something that was an issue and they wanted to polish it. They've been using the word polish a lot, and the game has just been outright disgusting for the entirety of the year as far as the bugs that have been happening continuously with the game, because we get users that haven't played Madden for like years that come to the channel like, yo, G, I'm back. What's going on? This is a debacle. And it's really, really bad. And I don't know why they can't do anything correctly, but in this situation right now, this is just outrageous. All right. So this is what's been happening, right? In a lot of the sets that people have been putting together for this John Elway, the Team Diamond champion John Elway set, what's been happening is a lot of the lower level gold cards, right? They've been higher priced. Okay, I think that one of the Bengals dudes has a card in his set that's really, really wild as far as price goes. We'll try to find that guy. It doesn't really matter. Anybody that has a real kicker in it, I don't remember who's who and what's going on with it. This guy, Willie Anderson, is he's a Bengal. So, like, the punter, they have a punter, and I think they have somebody else that was going for a decent amount of coin. So, when you look at these cards, right, they're gold cards, so there's none of him available in the store. So, when people realize what's going on, and I actually think I had that card, not only that, it's bugged out. So, whenever you go to put a card in, you come back, and then that happens, where you don't see the actual card that you're completing, and then you have to back out of it in its entirety to actually complete it. This is all the stuff that they're putting us through, and then they have the nerve to coin wipe people that are like trying to get the cards off the market as they come available. Because if they don't want this to happen, all they have to do is pretty much go ahead and they can just make it so that they're wild cards, right? If they know for a fact that in the game itself, there's not enough of these specific cards, because they've done this before with Larry Foote going back to like Madden 18. It's not like they're not aware that we are psychos when it comes to completing sets if we really want to. I wasn't really interested in John Elway, so I didn't go crazy. The last time I went crazy with like a Team Diamond, if you go back to my videos with Night Train Lane, when he was like a Team Diamond Master or something, and he was worth like $3 million when I completed him, I just never sold him. I haven't really been interested in doing a lot of these sets because a lot of it honestly has just been bugged, and it's annoying and it's frustrating, and then you can't get customer service, and then they don't acknowledge the fact that a lot of you guys are not getting your dailies, and then I try to do my best to get the information out there, and then it works for some of you, and then some of you say, oh, it's still not working. So something is really going wrong with everything that's happening with this team, because right now, with the way that I feel about MUT, I've never felt this way before. I've always been on record of saying the MUT team has done an unbelievable job as far as making me want to come back and build my team and do stuff within the mode. Now, it's not only the gameplay that's horrific. Gameplay has been bad for a while, but now the MUT aspect of all these thousands of users being banned wrongfully because they're trying to get cards that they put in the game at a limited rate. So now we can't actually get it. So if they want to ban people, the best thing that I would think of just off the rip is to make those lower level goals that it's not a lot of wild cards. And if you want to make your coin EA, just make the higher overall players more money. That's it. Because if you have a market where it's set, and I'm going to give you guys an example of it so you guys understand what's going on. All right. If you have a gold card and it's set to a certain standard, it has a max price. Okay, so because it has a max price, you're going to have issues with it when you're trying to sell it for a higher amount. Whether you buy it or you sell it, whatever goes on. EA don't know what's going on. So they're just looking for a reason to ban someone, it looks like, right? So the starting price is like, whatever this is, right? The starting price is here. So when you go to put it up for more than a certain amount, a lot of what happens is, you see like how they stopped me at 50? The starting bid you entered is higher than the max allowed. So they tried to do it that way, right? To make it so that you can't sell the cards for a certain amount. And then what happens is when you go to try to, you can be like, yo, look, I'm gonna still try to go ahead and see what's good. You can't do it. They give you a max buyout. So why are they allowing other gold cards to be sold for more? It's because they know that it's a lower, it's not enough in the market. It's not saturated. So limited people are going to have those cards. So why are you preventing them from being allowed to sell it and not have an issue? Now, look, hear me out. Some people are buying coins. Some people are doing other things, but that's why they have their jobs, to see specifically what's going on. If I buy a card that's like a gold card for 100K and I put that card directly into the set, I should not be banned because I bought it to complete a set. If I just buy a card for, a random silver for 75 million coins, obviously I just bought coins. You see what I'm saying? But the auto detection of it is creating a lot of chaos, and we don't have a contact person to be able to handle that. And then what happens is when any of the content creators step out and then they try to help, we now become customer service. That's not what we're for. You see what I'm saying? That's not what we're for. And then it becomes frustrating because we can't go one-on-one with every individual viewer that watches the videos. So there has to be something that's done in EA headquarters with the MUT team that's able to address this, because this is unacceptable. And every day it's something. So now if you've been banned wrongfully, you've been coin just straight up wiped, right? And all you did was create John Elway's Team Diamond, you have a claim. It's becoming too regular of the ineptitude of the people that are responsible for putting this together. And at some point we have to say, you know what, bro? All this other stuff that's going on, we have to make sure that at least this is right. Somebody needs to step in and say, look, guys, whoever made the bot, that guy, he's the bot. And we need to get rid of that guy. And then now we got to figure out, when we put out these sets and the cards are not readily available, which means that you can't even go and buy a bunch of golds and, probably run into that card that you're specifically looking for, because EA Sports knows that that's the situation, that it's hard to get those cards. So why not make them all wild cards and make your money on the back end with the higher level cards, the 87s, or add 90s? Do something else, because this is not okay. It's not okay, bro. And again, it doesn't matter to me that it's not something that's affecting me. If it affects you guys that watch my content and you're not doing anything wrong, that by default affects me. Okay? Now, again, I cannot be one-on-one with every single one of you guys, but you have to be more vocal. You have to go to help.ea.com. You have to contact at Madden NFL Direct, and they have to reverse these bans, and they have to give everyone back their coins. And until they do that, we have to, I'm not saying to stop playing the game and doing all that stuff. I'm saying to keep talking about it and talk to somebody else and write letters, do things like if you wanted your asphalt fixed in front of your house. You know what I'm saying? The town ain't gonna come and just fix the asphalt. You gotta write a letter. You don't know about that, bro? Like, you guys gotta know these things. But it is very annoying. I'm gonna tell you guys right now, if you have been wrongfully banned, you're gonna go ahead at Madden NFL Direct. You're going to start tweeting them. I'm going to have I've already put out a tweet earlier. You go ahead and retweet that. Go to help.ea.com. Start to look into other ways to get this information out. You could tag at RG_Madden. A lot of OGs in the game that know this isn't right. And we got to get this fixed, guys. I'm going to see you guys and girls next time. You have an unbelievable day. Until next time. One love, y'all.